There. I am glad our presentation could convince you. I have to admit that the results surprised me a little as well.
Then it was a wonderful surprise for all of us. I can assure you, Doctor, that you were utterly convincing.
Please, dear, we must not hasten our decision. Not until we've tested the bacteria ourselves. I therefore propose that the doctor will provide us with a sample of his wonderful algae as soon as possible. And if everything is above board, as I'm sure it will be, independent scientists will have no problem reconstructing the result we saw here earlier. And when they do, we will support you. Or is there a problem?
Let me through! I must talk to Ben Svensson.
It seems the number of your fans increases by the minute, my dear doctor.
I have to talk to him. Please!
Excuse me.
In here, quickly!
Calm down.
Tell me, how did it go?
What?
The algae. Are the investors convinced?
Ha! They are thrilled.
Phew. Good.
Yes, one problem less. But now to you. How was your physical examination?
Tedious.
But everything's all right.
Don't worry about me, I'm fine.
That's good to know. You are completely out of breath. What happened?
I got a call from Delvin.
And?
The connection was terrible, but I think he wanted to warn us. Someone plans to attack the oil rig.
Are you sure?
Not completely, but it sounded like that.
Did he tell you anything else?
No. That was all.
Did you get any other messages?
Why? From whom?
From Salvador?
Oh, no, I didn't. I only heard from Delvin. And as I said, it was a short message.
You aren't keeping any secrets from me, are you?
No. Why?
Oh, never mind. Must be being close to this Indes guy. I'm seeing conspiracies everywhere.
Well, you can never know.
Right. We have another problem, though, I'm afraid. Someone tried to sabotage the presentation.
What? Why would somebody do that?
I have no idea. But they did everything to prevent the generator from working properly during the presentation. The algae was much weaker than usual.
And yet the investors were convinced?
Yes. It wasn't that much of a problem. I just had someone fetch a better specimen. I think you should try and find out more about this attack while I investigate the algae incident.
Okay. Sounds sensible.
You are really not keeping something from me?
Nah. You?
No.
Well then, see you later. Then go! Sadi, come in, please. Ben says the investors are convinced. You must have been wrong.
Welcome back, Bent. Nice show, really. I hope you didn't raise expectations you can't measure up to.
Hello, Duva. He's trying to ignore me. I'm sorry, I didn't want to show you up.
If you're looking for Lissa, she's in the office lab. I'm sure you can find the way on your own.
Are you still angry with me?
Of course I am. If you hadn't cared more about the planet than about your own family, we might still be one.
Maida never told me that she was ill.
How could she? You were never there. You didn't see the nosebleeds when they began. You didn't catch her when she fainted? You didn't even take her to the hospital when it was already too late.
If she'd only told me.
But she didn't, because she thought you'd notice it someday. Well, no such luck.
Duva, I'm sorry.
Good to know. Anything else?
So, how's life as the head of research on Atlas 11?
How do you think it is? It makes me sick. I still can't believe that I wanted to be like you once.
You have a lot of responsibility now. The future of the world depends on you and your research.
The future of the world is not my future. I don't want to end up like you, Father. I want to have a life, a family, but I'm stuck here instead.
Do you really hate your life this much?
Well, c'est la vie. That's how it is.
The algae you presented was bottom of the barrel. I think I deserve an explanation.
You are wrong. The sample was from one of our most powerful cultures.
I don't believe you. When I was still here, the algae could do much better than that.
I think you are fooling yourself. The algae really wasn't that much stronger in the past.
But it was stronger, and it would have convinced the investors without any effort on my part.
If you say so.
Again, what's wrong with the algae?
Let's see. No one is interested in it. We can't find a selling market. Research is insanely expensive, and no one wants to pay for it anymore.
But we do have a potential investor now.
Only as long as your scam is not exposed.
It won't be exposed if you tell me where the real algae is.
The real algae? I see. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I just want to know what happened to my algae.
That's exactly the problem. It's not your algae anymore. Your son is responsible for your life's work now. It doesn't matter if anybody here likes it or not. You're out of the picture.
See you later. An ordinary pot holder. You put it on like a glove to take things out of the oven. A bread knife. The values of the blue-green algae decreased over the past few months. But why? The intercom system for communication on the rig. Continental calls can only be made from the radio room.
I would appreciate it if you stopped doing this. I'm waiting for an important call.
From whom?
I don't think that's any of your business.
Blueprints, books, a microscope, nothing that would shed light on the status of the research. There's nothing in there. No lost files. Nothing. Only what's been there already on first sight. The bunks for the research team are behind this.
Bent, would you please close the door to our private quarters? I don't think you have any business in here.
Of course I have business in here. It was my bedroom once.
Right, but all your belongings were removed after you'd left. I oversaw that myself. And now, close the door, please, or I'll really make a fuss.
I have to find out what happened to the algae first. This is old washing machine, still up and running. A few lab coats and 2 pairs of jeans, nothing of interest. My old do-it-yourself antenna. Who would have thought that thing still existed? It's a bit loose. Why doesn't anybody see to it the thing doesn't fall to pieces? There. Much better. The pressure hosing for the lock runs behind it. Even if I had the key for the door, I don't think I would find anything useful behind it. The terminal in the corner over there can be used to operate the door to the airlock. This controls the entrance to the lock. The pump regulates the air pressure in the lab, and it works best if left alone. This door leads to the H2 lab. At this time of day, it's usually locked. Just like I thought, locked. This door leads to the office laboratory.